is a gathering. This 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 is a gathering of the masses. This is a gathering. 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 This is a gathering of the masses. This is a gathering. 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 This is a gathering of the masses. This is a gathering.
All right, family. We are now live. Shout out to everybody who was live earlier. This is my second live in a day. I told you I will be back tonight with an amazing show. Got a new guest on the show today. This is going to be the second guest this week that is making their debut on the channel. So we had two guests this week who has made the debut on Black Magic 363. Shout out to Ani. What's his name? Ani. I forgot the brother's last name, but y'all know the show he did. The brother early this week. Shout out to that brother right there. But yeah, somebody said nice logo change. Yeah, I appreciate it. But listen, without further ado, I've heard so many great things about this woman from King Simon. Kept telling me about this woman, and Aquarius. This is Aquarius Maximus' mom. Aquarius had mentioned her mother to me. Blue Pill has mentioned her to me, and I'm like, well, wow, who's this woman that people keep mentioning to me? And I got the opportunity to talk to this queen at King Simon's event this weekend, and she gave me a reading, and it was quite interesting. Real sharp when it comes to this science with cardology, numerology, and astrology. I said, and in my mind, I said, I got to get her on the show immediately. I said, I don't want to procrastinate, wait any longer. Let me get this queen on the show. Without further ado, and I hope I'm saying your name right, Neena Dunham, a.k.a. Diamond, a.k.a. Diamond, right? Oh, you on mute. You on mute, queen. You on mute.
Yes, that's right, Neena. You know, because people, Dunham is a word, and that's aimed at it gets Dunham. So
Right.
no, it's
Indeed. Hey, well, welcome to the platform. You're making your debut.
yeah, I am so excited. I've seen, of course, my daughter on with you many times, and I appreciate it, and I thank you for, definitely for, of her, because the more, the when she's successful, grandma don't have to step in.
Oh, yeah. So, somebody said Mama Maximus.
Oh, hey, Mama Maximus.
Man. That's the title right there. That is the title.
That's the title. No, Diamond.
Yeah.
She doesn't like that name. She doesn't want her mother to have a name Diamond, right? She's like, what that sounds like, right? But
the stripper name. Stripper, yeah, from I think that's from Players Club or something like that, that movie. I think was it playing some movie, I think.
Yeah. But it's just, it represents my card. My card is the 8 of diamonds, and it fits, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. It's a powerful name. Definitely a powerful name. I want to let's get this thing started, this conversation. Like I said, I was thoroughly impressed by the reading that you gave me, and you were highly recommended by so many people within the community. Tell the people about yourself. What do you study? What are you into? Is it cardology? What are you into? And how did you get into all this stuff?
Well, I'm a student of all the sciences. I like to tell the story. When I was 14, I started hanging out with the Black Panthers because the brothers were so fine, right? And they were into astrology, so that was my first introduction into it. And then just all throughout life, I'm from Brooklyn, so, and we used to have meetups and stuff like that. But one of my most interesting was Phil Valentine, because he introduced me to metaphysics. He used to teach, and him and Dr. Clark. And he had a session at his house, and he introduced us to the Bible metaphysically. And that's when it was on. It's like to be able to read the Bible metaphysically was like, wow, this was so deep. And to have that community. We had a really dope community back in the day. We used to meet up at least one week once a week somewhere, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, all of the amazing ancestors of that time.
Right.
So I've been on this journey for a very long time. I came into numerology. My dad used to listen to Lloyd Strayhorn. And one day I was at my dad's house, and I was like, "Who was that talking?" And that's when and that's like maybe 30 years ago or so. And now I got into numerology, and then fast forward, I started. My friend introduced me to the destiny cards. Probably 20 something years ago. So it's been a journey. And then of course, Aquarius Maximus got involved, and that's when it really took off. Her brain, her mind. Us being able to really sit and have those in-depth conversations has really been very powerful. But yeah, it's been a pretty cool journey to get to where I am today.
Yeah, beautiful journey. Beautiful. It's always interesting hearing how people came into the knowledge and seeing, you talking about the Black Panthers and Phil and Dr. Ben. Wow, that's an amazing journey. That means you're well-rounded at this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all right. So we got cardology, we got numerology, we got astrology.
And tarot.
And Toro.
Mm-hmm.
Which one you like the best, if there is a best?
For me, it's always going to be astrology. Astrology, it gives so much texture to everything. Everything is based on it, so it's always going to be my first love.
Right. And in terms of numerology, and in terms of the numbers, we have next year, the title of the show is called 2025 and the 9 Ether Beings. Mm-hmm. So next year is a 9-year in numerology. In numerology, in Chinese astrology, I think they call it the year of the snake. Mm-hmm. We're known as 9 Ether Beings. Most people associate 9 Ether Beings, melanated beings, with the snake, the Negas. So I'm very curious, with a woman of your knowledge, and we're going to do some readings tonight, y'all. I don't know if we're going to do the video ones or we might just get some info from the chat. I'm going to talk to Diamond and see what would be better. But to start out with, we got the 9-year next year. We got Black people in America. I don't know what we're ruled by. I think Aquarius said Cancer or something like that. Is it Cancer?
Yeah.
Right, so Cancer. We're 9 Ether Beings, 9-year. Talk to me about what do you think lies for the melanated man and woman next year, 2025.
Well, before we get to 2025, I want to talk about this year because the United States birthday is July the 4th, and that's where cardology starts in the United States. And this year, we would be remiss if we didn't understand the significance of this year, because this year is in the United States from July to July. This is the year of the Black man. Because in cardology, the Black man is ruled by the 5 of diamonds, and the 5 of diamonds is in the sun, and that's the house that you sit in. So there's going to be some significant things that are happening to the Black man that they really need to get ahead of before next year. Because this is, if you're sitting in the sun, this means that you're sitting in the sun as a pinnacle. So that's saying that even over the last 4 to 5 years, you've been prepared for this. So the 5 of diamonds is a Saturn-Neptune card. So we know Saturn and Neptune as those two outer planets. But Saturn is retrograde right now. So the 5 of diamonds, Black men are not feeling the full force of it, because in retrograde, it's about discipline. So Black men are learning discipline right now.
And Diamond, real quick. I said on several shows before, I said, Black men have been in the news all damn year, good and bad, just all year long. Been in the news. We've been like Diddy, Kendrick, Terrence Howard, the brother that got executed. Just over and over the story. So, but go ahead, I had to say that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's significant because that card is a very spiritual card. Then it has a lot of spiritual meaning to it, being Saturn, Neptune. And we know Saturn and Neptune, it could be a difficult placement because you're thinking about responsibility, you're thinking about structures, you're thinking about all of the things that we need for the Black man to be successful. And then it's Neptune. So Neptune could be the womb of creation, or it can be the pit of hell. It's the 12th house. So that spiritual work that needs to be done, it needs to be done right away. This is spiritual time. This is about reunification. This is about Black men really standing in their power, because next year is going to be a significant year, because next year is a supportive year because next year in cardology is a 9 of hearts year. So it's a supportive year to the Black man. So with it being a 9 of hearts year, that's Saturn. So us going into a Saturn year is crystallization. Ooh. So next year it is an important year, but it's only important to those who are doing the work. Right. If you're not doing the work, people are going to feel the restrictions. I mean, they're going to lay the hammer next year. 2025, that's a 7-year. So it is definitely going to be a difficult year. It's not, you can't sugarcoat it. But for those that are doing the work and on the right side of the energy, it's going to be fine. So yeah, the significance of it is important, because I know Black men are feeling it. You can just take the pulse of social media and the low vibration that Black men are putting out because of the pressure that they're under. But after in November, Saturn goes direct. So when Saturn goes direct in November, it's going to be on and popping, because right now Saturn is telling you to do the inner work. It's giving you a chance to learn what discipline is on your own. But after the retrograde, Saturn is coming in hard and heavy. So the next year is going to be significant because it's a Saturn year. So Black men they got to buckle up. And they feel it. I know they feel it, because energetically they are sitting in the sun. They're sitting in the house that you always sit in. So you have a significant role that you play in the healing of Black men.
He was telling me that on the phone, that I said sit in the sun. Mm-hmm. And why did me ask you this, Diamond? Why do you think cardology is not as popular as astrology or numerology? Like, that's one of the sciences that's the last one I heard about. I heard about tarot, astrology, numerology way before I heard about cardology. Why do you think that one is not as popular?
Because it's forbidden. Cardology, the cards, we call it cardology, but the cards have been forbidden for a very long time because they're scientific. This is mathematics. The cards never change. Right. So when you get the understanding of the cards, you open up to a whole, each time you do anything that is in alignment, esoteric, you're opening up portals in yourself. You're having, more knowledge, more information. And cardology opens you up. It gives you more understanding. We can trace it back as far back as Atlantis. And there's one thing about white people is they document stuff very well. So cardology, the cards are very much documented. They have a lot to do with, the mysticism of it. Definitely has a lot to do with ancient, even in the Nation of Islam, all of the different, secret societies, they know about this. They know about the cards. And, it may not be so popular in our community, but just by looking at certain people, I can tell they know about the cards. So it's not easy. The cards are not easy. And this is what we do. I do a podcast every day. I teach every day on Clubhouse. And this is what we're changing the language. When you start talking these languages and people get hinky, they're like, I don't kind of understand that. So we're changing the language. So, if you play spades, cardology, because those 13 cards in spades, they say play your hand to win. And our ancestors hid that. Right. So if you play spades, you understand cardology because your life path is 13 cards.
Right. Wow. Yeah, shout out to all the spades players out there. And shout out to Kafuni in the chat. All right, let's I want to get a few readings because I want people to see just how good you are and how sharp you are. Like I said, I was I was thoroughly impressed with my reading from you. What do you? And before we get to, let me ask you this. This is another question. Because I'm just thinking about everybody I know who deals with these sciences. They have something in Chinese astrology called the enemy year, and I was told last year was my enemy year, and I know everybody has an enemy year, and they was like, when it's your enemy year, you better lay low, stay out the lights, just lay low, because that ain't the year for you to be trying to be doing the most. What's your thoughts on like they got the year next year's the year to a snake? I don't know what the enemy year to snakes are, but what's your thoughts about enemy years in Chinese astrology?
Well, Chinese astrology is interesting. You definitely can get a lot of benefit from it. Whatever I would get from Chinese astrology, I would put it in cardology because everything interfaces, right? But last year for you is a midlife crisis. So, excuse me, and it's Uranus square. So people automatically think of 42. In cardology, 42 is this 42, 43, and 44 is the story of the Christ. So you were in preparation this year. Last year, 42, you were preparing for your ascension because your ascension is to the sun, which you already sit in. So Uranus, that was preparing you for the next leg of your life. So it's very beneficial, but there's a sacrifice that generally happens that year. There's something that you have to give up, and that's why it's called born again. And that's why people don't want to deal with the church and stuff like that, because it's like people will be like, well, if I got to be born again, I got to stop drinking. I got to stop. There is going to be a sacrifice, but you have to know what that sacrifice is. So that's the difficulty of 42. Takes you into 43, but 42 in cardology is a 3 of spades year, and this is a 3 of spades week. And 3 of spades is one of the most creative cards in the deck. It's the card of the artist, the actor. So you don't want to really miss anything. You know, your most challenging years are going to be your best years, right? So you don't want to look at it as though, you know, it's going to be problematic. No, you want to lean into that challenge because it's preparing you for the next leg. So I don't shy away from it because you do it or the planets will give you an assignment. They will do it for you.
Oh, man.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting. All right, let's get into so what do you need? Because I'm gonna get some you just need somebody's birthday.
If they know their card, they can just put their card and their age in the chat.
I don't think a lot of people know their card.
They don't. Well, if they know their birth, as long as they have their birthday, I can, you know, they can, if they put their age.
Okay.
But I can tell them with, you know, the birthday, that's no problem. The people who know, they can just put their card in there.
All right, let's see.
But yeah.
Right, so keep in mind, family, because I know how this go. Some people gonna send super chats, some people not. I'm not gonna be on here all night. If y'all want the full reading, y'all gonna have to contact the sister for the full hour long or whatever reading. I was on the phone with her for about 45 minutes yesterday. Driving thoroughly, listening to every word she said. Thorough reading. Today we are doing brief readings. Diamond, no longer than I would say 2 minutes each person, because I don't want them. They'll expect 10 minutes out of you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will get like a 2-minute reading. If you want the full one, contact the sister. I promise you it will be good. She's that good. I promise you the full reading will be good. So we're gonna be on here for about an hour and change. We're gonna be doing brief readings, and then we're gonna get out of here. But whenever I come across, see, this is the thing, family. Whenever I come across somebody who's real good, I like to, and I benefit from them. I like to bring them on a platform so y'all can benefit from them. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to a couple of birthdays now that we got that introduction from Diamond, Aquarius Maximus mom. Shout out to King Simon in the chat. Like I said earlier, I want to
thank King Simon, because King Simon, he's a good dude. You know, he really looks out for me, and you know, and Blue Pill for sure. You know, Blue Pill is definitely, we have connection in the cars, but yeah, they are very cool people that I appreciate a lot.
Blue Pill got Aquarius on my show. Blue Pill's the one that told me about Aquarius. He was like, yo, you gotta get this. So that's how she got on my channel. He told me. And I was like, okay, boom. So that's how that happened. But let me where is it? Let me see. And this chat be moving. When y'all think y'all gonna get a reading, oh, y'all be going crazy. I mean, they go ham when they think they're gonna get a reading. They be like, shit. All right, let's start with there's a sister named Hema. Her birthday is November 9th. No, I'm sorry. October 24th, 1984.
October 24th, and that makes her how old? Because I can't do that math this quick.
What is 2024? She will be she'll be 40 in a couple of weeks, I believe. So she's 39.
So she's October the 24th, making her Jack of Hearts, which is you said she'll be how
old? She's 39 now.
She's 39. Okay, yeah, so she is
2024. She's 39. She'll be 40 and next Thursday. Yeah, the 24th.
Okay. So that's, in cardology, it's 13 years. You spend 13 years in each cipher. So she's leaving and she's going into her Jupiter period, which is very important for her because this is the time where she can show her stuff. You go into your Jupiter period, you leave, it's Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So she's entering into her Jupiter period. So at 40, so at 39 years old, the Jack of Hearts never moves. The Jack of Hearts is the Christ card. So it's a grounded card that deals with a lot of you think of the Christ, you think of what the Christ did. The Christ was the epitome of healing. So I'm sure she deals with that all of the time. She's going to always meet people that are wounded in some kind of way, and that's just her life. But at 39 years old, she's in initiation year. She's definitely had a very interesting year and some losses for sure. You definitely spent some time in Pluto, letting go of stuff that and if you haven't, before your birthday, I want you to really do some serious meditation on where you are, because the things that you let go of are preparing you for your next cipher. You're leaving Mars, so this is your personal year, and you're going out into Jupiter, and Jupiter is a societal planet. So you're going to be called upon with all your gifts and talents, but there are things that you do that you can no longer do. And that 9 of spades and Pluto, I'm pretty sure it's been a difficult year for you. But think about what it has set you up for. You're that person that people come to, children, the wounded, all of those people around you, they count on you for a lot of things. So prepare yourself for the next cipher, because the work that you've done is going to be significant. You're going to be called upon.
Wow. Okay. Now let's get to y'all know I'm gonna get to these super chats first, but like I said, I'm not gonna be here too long. But all right, we'll get your contact info in a little while. Let's get this thing started. All right, this is good already, y'all. This is good already. Let's get to Alicia, Queen of Clubs. I believe that's a club.
Mm-hmm.
And she's 36.
Okay. See that she know her stuff, right, Alicia? She said, I'm prepared. Alicia, she's 36 now. Queen of Clubs is definitely the card, and it has a close connection with the Jack of Hearts, of which we just talked about. So the Queen of Clubs definitely goes through lots of transformations, right? But at 36 years old, yeah, another one. I don't know why y'all been having some tough times out there. It's definitely been a tough year for you, but not tough in a way that is, tough is challenging, because you're getting prepared for, your next leg in life. But yeah, you've been up against some real challenges, like powerful women, authoritative women have definitely been there for you. The information and stuff that you're learning is definitely preparing you. Definitely you're definitely been called upon to deal with the opposite sex, right? They definitely have a sweet spot for you right now. Your home has been going through some transformation for sure, but definitely a lot of interaction with the divine masculine. with the divine masculine and dealing with some jacks. I can see that you may have had some some interesting communication, with some men out there that, may not have been exactly what they appear to be, but it can definitely turn into a better situation because it's Neptunian, and Neptune takes time. So if you met somebody this year, vet them. And if you meet anybody this year, make sure you vet them, because they may not have the best intentions. They may not have, you got a lot of Pluto around you. So that everything that happens for you is transformative, but people can take advantage of those kind of situations. So if I was you, I would, if you're in a relationship, this is a year where your relationship is going to be tested. If you're starting a relationship, I would just vet them.
Diamond, let me tell you something. So the first reading that you gave, and people are, as you give these readings during the show, they're going to be giving testimonials. So the first reading you gave, it was somebody, a friend of the family who wanted to read it, and they text me the info. So they just hit me back while you were talking. They said they're literally in tears about how accurate you was with the reading. They said you hit on every exact thing happening in their life, and they want to thank you. And they look forward to getting a more detailed reading. But I just want to give you the testimonial to let you know about what's going on, because the person just called me like, yo, I can't believe this woman read me like that. So I just wanted to let you know, like, it's like that. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, when I come across somebody and I'm like, oh, shit, I got to get them on the show, family, I ain't bullshitting. Like, it's for real, for real. Like, she's like, it's for real, for real. So just want to add that. But like I said, once again, if you're coming in late, we're not going to be on here too long. I'm going to be giving readings for about an hour, and then I'm going to get out of here. This is extremely good. Diamond is extremely good. If you want a full reading, we're going to give the info for you to get the full reading later on. But she's really good at what she do, y'all. Let's get to the next one. We got Divinely Crafted. She's 33 years old, born June 25th, 1991.
June 25th makes her 5 of clubs. So we just had 5 of clubs day yesterday. Now today the 5 of clubs, is a challenge. It's a challenging karma card to the 4 of clubs. So the energy, and she's 33. The energy that was out there today definitely comes from a lot of that energy. And at 33 is an important year. We know 33 definitely to be that Christ year, and it's a 7 of diamonds year. So it's a very spiritual year for you. And the 5 of you have the 5 of diamonds, the 5 of clubs has this as your Saturn card. So this is a year where you definitely are being tested, at 33 years old with that 7 of diamonds, because it's a spiritual card, and it's Beyonce's card. So you got Beyonce energy. You have the ability to really, really put things out there and watch them work, because it's Venus. So what are your desires? You want to think about that when you're in a master year like that. But you're displacing the Ace of Spades, which is your Venus card. Now, 5 of clubs, you're secretive. You're very secretive. You're like secretive stuff. You're like clandestine stuff. People, if anybody ever thinks they know you, they don't. So this year, you really got that cloak on you. You be that one that, is just out there as I spy for all kind of things. It's like seeing through walls, really getting the ability to really hone your skills, because the Ace of Spades is a card of metaphysics. It's a card of death and rebirth. So this year, you'll be experiencing that in your relationships. And, the 5 of clubs, y'all don't have the best track record when it comes to relationships. When you don't have that understanding, when you don't trust yourself, when you don't trust what you know, is like y'all can be very idealistic when it comes to relationships. This year, I want you to pay attention. I want you to be extremely aware, because you're living through your Venus. You're living through your goddess. So you're going to attract a whole lot of people. The people that you attract, they're coming for something. Anytime you're dealing with transformation, that means that the person that is coming has something to offer, something that they want to shed, something that, that is very powerful to share or something like that. But I want you, if you're not in a relationship, I want you to, try to spend this year as much as you possibly can honing your skills. If you're on a relationship, be mindful that it's going to transform. And if you're beginning a relationship, take your time.
All right. Let's get to this next one. We got Ember Grace. She's Queen of Clubs, April 22nd.
How old is she?
She did not say.
She didn't say how old she was. Okay, so Queen of Clubs, we're just gonna do it. The United States. We look at the United States to see in the collective. The United States is 68, so we look at it. So we'll look at the Queen of Clubs for this year for you. And this year, let me pull this up a little bit closer to me because of my eyes. So this year, the Queen of Clubs is. This year, you're spacing the Six of Hearts in a collective. So we look at the collective as like if you're at work, you're going outside, relationships and stuff, and you're just spacing the Six of Hearts. So this gives you a lot of Mars because that's Mars. So it's a year for you to plant seeds. Sixes ruled by Venus bring things into balance. So this year, you want to plant seeds and get as close to the vest as you possibly can, because you're going to have people come back into your life. Sixes are revolving doing, especially that Six of Hearts. So, when we think of, Mercury, we think of retrograde. So sixes can bring many retrogrades. So this year you may be experiencing deja vu. You may be experiencing the desire to unplug. If you're in a relationship, you want to be mindful of that. If you're starting a relationship and if you're looking for a relationship, because your challenging karmic card is your Mercury. So siblings, you're going to have interesting interactions with your siblings and, just childhood memories and stuff like that. Lots of challenges for you. I'm not in the collective. Your personal year, I don't have that information, but in the collective, you're going to be challenged this year. And the Queen of Clubs deals with that. I think of the Queen of Clubs as the mother to the world. You'll have so much to offer. You have so much to give. You have such big hearts. But this is going to be a challenging year in the collective for you. Now, your personal year will tell you how to navigate it.
All right. Let's get to this next. Hold up, y'all. Oh boy. Let's get to this next one, y'all. We got Moonglow, and that's July 26, 1988.
So you just turned like maybe 36 or something like that. 726.
Yeah, 36.
720. I know that because that's my son's year.
Yeah, 36.
So 726, July 26, right? That makes you a Two of Clubs. So you are really in a great place right now because Kamala Harris is a Two of Clubs. So we have the Kamala effect. Anytime we have somebody as charismatic as Donald Trump, who is a Three of Diamonds, or Kamala Harris is a Two of Clubs, that's your card. This is a time where you need to go hard. You need to get into their energy field. This is a time where you want to be seen. Two of Clubs is a very spiritual card. It's a card. If we look at Kamala Harris, we can see what her intentions are through the card. She's Venus, so she definitely has those Venusian traits with her law. She's a lawyer. She's a prosecutor and stuff. But the Two of Clubs is a very metaphysical card in along with that Ace of Spades. It's like you're someone that definitely deals with a lot of hidden things, that come to you through dreams, through ancestors and stuff like that. So this year at 36 years old, where are you at? And I'm looking in my book, fam. This is the book that I wrote that has all of this information. And you can definitely get it on my website. You're the space in the Ace of Diamonds this year, and you got 5 of Spades in Neptune. So restlessness, you're dealing with, you could be dealing with a lot of restlessness. The Ace of Diamonds is a lot of opportunities, but this is about you learning how to be more aware. This is a year of self-awareness because aces are new thoughts, and they're ruled by Mars. So you are 2 that naturally wants to harmonize things, but this year is about you. So you want to be clear about the intentions that you set, because stepping out into that 2, which is already you want to think about the opportunities, because that opportunities are coming to you from, the experiences with that Ace of Diamonds. But that 5 of Spades in Neptune, you want to be mindful of that, because it's restless, but Neptune is about spirituality. So your restlessness, you want to get some good spiritual practices. You want to make sure that you're doing that self-care to ground yourself, because Neptune, the only way you can ground yourself in Neptune is through spiritual practices. And that 5 of Spades there can be causing you a lot of restlessness.
Indeed. Okay. Let's keep this thing going. Where we at? So much going on. All right, let's get to Tasha. 1980. Tasha says Tasha, if you're born in 85, you're not 37 years old. I don't. No. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. 20.
I hope she know how old she is. That would be so crazy. 11, 12 makes her 8 of clubs.
Diamond, you 38, I believe. I mean, I'm not Diamond. Tasha, you 38.
She'll be 38, right?
No, she's 38. She'll be 39 in November. Because we in 24 and that's 85. So that's, yeah. Am I right, y'all? See, y'all gotta get your birth, because y'all gonna slow us down. How old is she, y'all? She's 30.
I'm gonna give her 37 because that's what she's resonating with.
She's 30. She's 39 now. All right, she's 39 now. I said 38. She's 39 now. Let's say 39. Let's say 39. All right.
That's interesting. So typo probably, but November the 12th makes her 8 of clubs, and that's one of those powerful cards. I think the 8 of clubs is the Superman card, because it's a fix. It's a card that is very well grounded.
She's 38. I was right initially. I was right. I shouldn't listen, and I was right. She's 38, but we got to get this right, y'all, because we don't have time for this. But yeah, she's 38. She'll be 39 in November. I was right initially. Yeah.
Okay, so she's 38, and this year, if you've had any health concerns, make sure that you're taking care of them. Make sure that if there are any underlying things that happen, they could really fester for you this year. This is definitely a health year for you. And as an 8 of clubs, you are very spiritual. So you want to take those actions and make sure that you're definitely doing spiritual practices. But I want to be clear. If you have anything happening this year, you have to get it taken care of, because it could be very, how would I say, it would be something that could, cause you in the future. It could be something that could be very significant, because you got nothing but spades, and spades rule your health. So you want to be mindful of that. And you have the 9 of spades in Neptune. So, Neptune is the 12th house. So I'm sure this year you have dealt with some 12th house things that you really want to be mindful of, all of the things that are ruled by Neptune. And you have a 6 of spades in Uranus. So this is a fated year for you. This is a year of discovery. It's like the thing that you wanted to do. Suppose you were doing something when you were 15 years old. It's like this year could come back to you, and you could say, this is something that I really want to start looking into. So you'll discover things that you forgot about in the past, new opportunities and stuff that'll come through with that 6 of spades. So, pay close attention. Like I said, when I see a hand like this, anything that comes up, you want to make sure that you're taking care of it, because it can turn into something that is serious. And because spades represent health, it's the health of the situation. So if you're dealing with a cold, you're dealing with anything, and it's taking too long for it to clear up, make sure you go to the doctor.
Mm. Hey, Diamond, do you consider yourself like clairvoyant or psychic or anything like that? Like, do you have those type of abilities?
Well, energetically, we all have those abilities. And that's what I say is like every time you learn a new, I'm a Reiki master, I'm a nutritionist, and I'm a social worker. So everything that you use gives it gives you the ability to really hone into the skills that you have. So I believe we all have those abilities. I'm comfortable now because, like I said, prior to Aquarius Maximus, I didn't have the divine feminine to really have those conversations with. Now I trust myself. So, yeah, I would say that I definitely, have those abilities, but we all have it. It's just I find a lot of us haven't been able to trust it. So I trust the things that come to me. I trust, the things that I hear. So, yeah, I
Right.
guess those abilities are there, but I trust my intuition.
You know what type of energy you got that I sensed yesterday when I was talking to you on the phone? You got this energy where a person, like, I feel like, and I'm sure people will get it. I feel like I could confide in you. Like I told you some personal stuff yesterday about last year, remember? And you just got like an energy where I'm like, I ain't talked to nobody about this, but I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? But you,
I
and that's
know.
and that's why I'm like, does she? Well, I'm like, I wonder, does she have? Is she tapped into? So I'm just
Well,
curious.
but that's your hidden power because you have an ace of spades as your hidden power, and that's my Pluto. So you saw that. You like because Pluto is where you're gonna leave that information at. So
Uh,
you felt that. You felt that, yeah, okay. There's something here, that's leading me to
right,
to see that, I can say these things.
indeed. Oh man, beautiful, beautiful show, y'all. Let's keep this thing moving. We got Big Sky Comedy TV, September 3rd, 1986, 38 years old, Eight of Diamonds.
Ooh wee. Eight of Diamonds in your Queen of Spades year. Whew. I'm gonna say a small prayer for you.
Oh man, don't come on, Diamond. Don't do him like that.
Oh, yeah, Eight of Diamonds. He knows
Oh
exactly what
shit.
I'm talking about. It's a hard knock life for you.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is the Queen of Spades. No, I'm sorry, Queen of Diamonds. Yeah, right. And that's his in each card has their personality card, and the Queen of Diamonds is his personality card, but that card sits in Saturn. So he is now learning how to be, if he's a comedian. So if he's a business person, he's really learning how to hone his skills because the Queen of Diamonds, queens they want to really be seen. The Queen of Diamonds is wants to be seen, and it's about the money. It's about how you use the money. This is Eight of Diamonds is a very spiritual card, and the Queen of Diamonds is a spiritual card. So this is a spiritual year for him, and that could be tough, in work and doing the things that you do every day when you're dealing with that spiritual energy. Because I think of the Queen of Diamonds as someone that sits on a board, like at the Goodwill or something like that. They're very aware that the things that they're gathering and stuff is for the greater good, the community and stuff like that. So this is a year when things are coming to him. He's finding that he's having to give a lot more than he normally wants to give, but this is preparing him for what's coming. You know what I mean? So you have those years where it's difficult. And Queen of Diamonds, that's as an Eight of Diamonds, it's a card that as he matures, he'll get more comfortable with and more understanding, but it's a lot of pressure. That's a card that has a lot of pressure attached to it because it's a spiritual card. It's a card of a lot of responsibility. The Queen of Diamonds can overspend because I want to look like everybody. I want to do, this is the year where it's going to be tested that you don't try like you want to go and get a Gucci suit. This isn't the year to do that. You want to take that Gucci money and put it somewhere that is going to be beneficial. So that's a difficulty of the Queen of Diamonds. You're going to feel like you have to compete with the people that have already succeeded, but you can't, right? You got to earn it, right? You got to earn that position. And after 36 years old, you become either a jack of diamonds, a queen of diamonds, or a king of diamonds. So this is a year where you're really getting a chance to see how you are responsibly, right? Eight of diamonds is a responsible card, but also can be a card that you're in an industry that you have a lot of people around you that want a lot of things from you, so you don't want to compete this year. You know what I mean? It's like this is a year where you got to give.
Indeed. Diamond, I want to take, before we get to the next one, everybody's not going to make it all the way to the end. So I want how can they get a reading from you? I want to give them that info now. And I'm going to give it to them again at the end. But what's the best way to get a reading from you?
They can text me at 470-775-6434.
Hold up, Diamond. 470-775
6434.
643.
Or they can hit me on Instagram in my DMs.
All right. So listen, family. For those who are in, I didn't put that. 775. Yeah, 775-6434, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. For those who want a full reading, because this is good here. Everybody's giving good testimonies. For those who want a full reading, you could text Diamond at 770-775-6434. Let me type this in again with the dashes, the correct. Hold up. Yeah, for those, once again, family, for those who want a full reading from Diamond, and these readings are meant to get you on the path. There was days, and I always give this example. There was days when I felt down when I was young. I remember I was probably about 26, and I'm confused about something. And King Simon would just come to me and say, "Oh, you were number 8, Rich. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You represent money." And I'm like, "Word?" I'm like, "Yeah, you right. And it would just lift my spirits. So these readings can be very beneficial if you use them in the right way. It's not meant to abandon your intuition, but it's meant to enhance all your abilities that you already have dormant within you and to remind you of who you are. There's people that's gifted and spend years and years studying these sciences. So shout out to everybody who does. Somebody said her phone is going to be popping. Yeah, her phone is going to be popping. Listen, if you don't want to read it, don't just text the text. Only text if you want to read it, family. All right? Please be respectful to Diamond's cell phone number. All right? And I know some of y'all started texting already. Let me I want to give one quick reading offline. Somebody sent in something, and then I'm gonna go to back to the super chats. We got somebody who is November 9th, 1964, and she is 59.
November 9th,
1964, and she is 59.
She's a jack of clubs. At 59 years old.
Yeah.
What's significant for her is she's in her Saturn years right now. She's a jack of clubs that's ruled by Uranus. So, yeah, definitely a significant time for her. And this year, you said 59, right?
Yeah, 59, yeah.
Yeah, she's sitting in center of the universe. Over the last 6 years, it was a very powerful time for you. Right now, you got celebrity status. It's like, Jack of Clubs is the card of hip hop. So it's about the cipher. It's about communication. Jack of Clubs is someone, in cardology, the jacks go out into the community and they gather and they bring it back to the king and the queen. And they sit in two different worlds. This year, you called upon. This is a sweet year for you because you have the support of the 10 of diamonds, which is the center of the universe, which is the celebrity card, but it's also a lot of pressure. And you definitely should be there should be something in the mail for you this year. I don't know, you need to play the lottery. You need to put yourself out there because you got a lot of money around you, and this is going to be based on the work that you've done, because the Jack of Clubs goes out and gets the knowledge. You think about the cipher of rap, you think about the conversations and stuff that people are having. The Jack of Clubs is where that comes from. So you are the one that gathers the information and you put it in books. You take it back, and this is stuff that's put in the Royal Library. So you're a very significant person in the world. Definitely, I don't know if you're in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, it's definitely being challenged. And if you're not in a relationship this year, there's a strong possibility that somebody and like he said, these things will help you to navigate because it's there. But you got to be in the right place at the right time. And this is being on the right side of energy. So you got good energy if you're in a relationship. This year, the relationship has definitely got more youthful, more fun, and very powerful. Is definitely wherever you're in a relationship with is exuding a lot of power. And if you're not in a relationship, like I said, it's close by. Now you got to put yourself in the energy field to be able to meet this person. They could be sitting right next to you and you don't recognize them because you're not ready. But there's definitely some great connectivity around you. But yeah, you need to play the lotto. Definitely, whatever you want to go back, you want to really go back intentionally over the last 4 to 5 years and see the seeds that you planted, because you got some good juju.
So some money coming in the mail, you say?
Oh yeah, she got something. She definitely has some good karma attached to her. She got good karma. Now, whether or not you are entitled to it, that's you. This is definitely a year where you're probably restless. You definitely are maybe thinking about a major move this year. But there's definitely a lot of restlessness and travel and stuff like that. But definitely, I would say play the lotto. I would play the lotto. And like I said, if you're not in a relationship, this is a year for you to put yourself out there. If you want a relationship, if you already have a relationship, it's a year where that relationship is definitely going to take on, some real good juju.
Okay. Let's keep this thing going. We got Jack. Let me see. We got somebody who didn't leave their birthday. Give me a second. We got Jazz, born September 29th, 1989. So that is, I believe, 35. She's 35. September 29th.
You're an 8 of hearts, and this is an 8 of hearts year. So it's a significant year for you. Really, you said how old is she? 89 makes her 90. What does it make her?
What did I say? 35.
Yeah. So you're 8 of hearts. So this is your year. This is an 8 of hearts year. So you definitely are being pulled upon by the people that you're around, for sure. But it's a very significant year for you. Definitely wanting to have fun, be more adventurous and stuff like that. You sit in Neptune, so you're used to the Neptune energy, and you're displacing the 6 of clubs. So definitely dealing with lots of deja vus, being challenged. And you're another person that I want you to make sure you're taking care of your health, because you're being challenged by the 8 of spades. And that's saying if anything comes up, you just want to take care of it. The 8 of spades is a card of overcoming. The 8 of hearts is a health card. And this is definitely a health cycle for you. You have the 5 of diamonds and Mercury, and this is facing the 6 of spades. There's so much relationship going on in these readings. Now, if you're not in a relationship, there's one that's close by, and it's definitely something that is mercurial. So it's going to be moving fast. If you're in a relationship right now, you should see that y'all are having a lot more communication and wanting to have a lot more fun. But if you're not in a relationship, this is a time, if you're looking for a relationship, you got to go outside. There's somebody that's outside looking for you, waiting for you and all that kind of stuff. And it's a pretty powerful person. It's definitely a powerful person. And if you're in a relationship, you have to move out of the way to let this person step up, because this person definitely has a lot to express this year.
All right, let's get to this next one. Let me see. We got Sage, born January 19th, 1987, and she is 37.
Oh, she's the eight of
We in
diamonds.
2024. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the eight of diamonds.
She's
Yeah,
37.
she a very popular, very cool, very, she a cap eight of diamonds. One of my favorite. I don't like to say favorites, but my cap eight of diamonds is one of the coolest energies. That and you said how old is she? 87. That makes her 30.
37.
37. So eight of diamonds. It's so crazy because you are connected to the eight of diamonds. And you got this is a couple of eight of diamonds in the room. Eight of diamonds, their supportive karma card, but they're your challenging karma card. So synchronicity. And 37 is a Jack of Diamonds year, which is your reward. So I don't know what you're doing, but you better be putting yourself out there, Missy, because this is the year for you to be seen. If you're not in a relationship, I mean, y'all got relationships all around you. If you're not in a relationship, it's coming. If you are in a relationship, it should be more youthful now. You should be experiencing more fun and all that kind of good stuff. Now you are hiding. Where you at? You are sitting. You're displacing the 9 of clubs. Oh, yeah, cardology. So, yeah, you really want to start learning about this. Now, your challenging karma card is a Queen of Hearts. So, you and the divine feminine, your mom and stuff like that are really going to have some things to really process and work through, really get into the weeds and have those tough conversations. The Queen of Spades is sitting there. So this is definitely going to open up to a better understanding, more communication, because that's your challenging karma card. So anything that you've been holding back, you want to express it this year. And your transformation card is supporting you. So you should be outside. I don't know what you're doing, Sage, but you should be doing it. Do not miss this opportunity. Just preparing you for something pretty dope.
Okay. Let's keep it moving. We got Dom Money. He's born September 27th, 1982, and he is 42.
September the 27th makes you September 27th makes you a 10 of hearts, right? So you're a 10 of hearts. So you're the gathering. You're that cool person that just, don't really like to be bothered with people, but just, so it's so crazy that these cards that are so influential oftentimes are not people paying. I find the 10 of hearts to be that kind of people that can be more reserved. This is your 3 of spades year. So this week, how have you been feeling this week? Because this is a 3 of spades week. Have you been busy, uber busy? Because this is your Pluto. So you're dealing with a lot of transformation this year. And this is your Uranus square. So you may be feeling the pressure right now, but it's preparing you for, some things that you definitely want to let go of, because your Pluto card is an indication of you definitely having to really go down into relationships and all of the good stuff that your Pluto is wanting you to look at. But it's a very powerful year for you. You're the space and the Queen of Diamonds. So you think about, the desires that you have. And with the Queen of Diamonds being your Saturn card, the work is like the work that you do this year is going to be very beneficial, pushing you forward. And if you're not a social person, you want to think about that, because, like he was talking about these cards, they're blueprints and their responsibilities that attach to it, and the things that you came here to do, you have to express it. The 10 of hearts is a card of weddings. It's the card of graduations. It's the card of social gatherings that we all need. And it could be, a lot of things that, come about that force you in those kind of situations. So, yeah, if you're not doing that now, you want to get more familiar with it. Just put yourself outside as much as you possibly can, because 10s are masters, you're teachers, you're natural teachers. So I know that it can be off-putting a lot when you feel that kind of responsibility, but you can handle it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's keep it moving. We got Natural Mystic. October 31st, 19.
We know that birthday, right? That's how.
October, yeah,
That's,
October 31st, 1969. What do you mean soon to be 55? Well, I mean, come on, y'all. Cut this shit out, man. How old are you? Come on, leave your age. Let me
yeah,
see.
she got a birthday at the end of the month, so
Oh, that,
she's
you're right. That's
54.
this month. All right, so she's okay.
She's 54.
19.
She's a four hearts. Now, four hearts is a very important card for the United States for the collective because it represents the home, but it's an ancestor card. So you have a lot of spiritual abilities, and can isolate yourself. This year, the five of spades is in your house, so there's a lot of restlessness. It's like you want to make a major move this year. It's like, and you have the money to do it. Four hearts is one of the most fortunate cards in the deck. Y'all always land on your feet. But this year you want to experience new things. So I would go for it. I would definitely go for it. Where are you at? You're displacing the three of hearts. So yeah, not the best place for the four of hearts. Relationship wise, if you're in a relationship right now, you want to make sure that you don't pull any pin on a relationship, because the three of hearts, it's the card of poly, it's a card of experience, it's a card, I want this, I want that, I want to be gay, I want to be straight, I want to do all of these things, I want experience. And four of hearts, y'all got queen of hearts, y'all ain't afraid of that life. Y'all like that life. So this year, with that five of spades sitting in your house, you're going to be wanting to experience a lot of things. Go for it. Take those big steps, those big leaps. Because the four of hearts, when we think about the home, most people think about stability. But fours are ruled by Uranus. So fours got to shake stuff up. So yeah, I would go for it. I would. And I know you were born on Halloween. I ain't telling you nothing.
Yeah. All right, let's keep this thing going. We got Brandon, born November 27th, 1999.
We just had a November 27th. That is right. Did we just? No, we didn't. November 27th. Dude, that's Aquarius Maximus daddy.
And she
Six of hearts.
Brandon is 24, I believe, because we're in
Yeah, 20. Yeah, he should be 24. So you're still in your Venus years. You're still very young. At 24 years old, I just want to tell you, just enjoy your life. Really, there's not a lot that you can give someone that hasn't experienced a lot, in a brief period like this. So I don't want to do that to you. So you being, I said you're a six of hearts. That's Mars. So you really want to. You're displacing the ace of hearts this year, which is your cosmic lesson. And 10 of diamonds is sitting in your house. So it's a very fortunate year for you, but it's, based on experience wise, based on experience is where I would go. And not to say anything, but at 24 years old, you don't have really a lot of experience because you're still in your Venus years. So this is all things relationships. And you being Mars, you really haven't really learned how to fully express yourself. And you could find that to be something that, it's like you can see the horizon because you're going into your Mars period in a couple of years and you can feel that, but you haven't gotten there yet. You're still in your Venus years. And that's a very important time for you, but it's a very immature time. So really, I don't want to, say anything to you if you want to call me, if you want to talk, I don't have any problem doing that at your age, because really there's not really a lot in a reading that would be beneficial for you in these few minutes. It would just confuse you. It would just not confuse you, but I wouldn't do that to you at your age.
Okay. All right.
Right. Call me.
Got you.
And just tell me this is Brandon, okay? You don't have to pay me or anything. Just say this is Brandon, okay?
That's love. That's love right there. Let's keep this thing going. We got Mesnoma. No, that's what is that? That's October 27th, 1995, and their age is 28.
So that's another 8 of hearts, right? October 27th is another 8 of hearts. And you just went into your Mars years, and you know what I was talking about, Brandon, is like you're in a new cipher and you feel it. So this is a significant time for you. It's about expressing yourself, but it's going to take time because you have 13 years. You got like 12 years ahead of you, and where you know, it's like when you're putting on a new suit, you got to get used to that new suit, and that's where you are in this life. And at 28, you're displacing the queen of space. So yeah, they coming for you. This is a tough year for you. I just would say they coming for you, right? You like, what happened? It's like, you know how you were just chilling and all of a sudden they turn the lights out. Oh yeah, turn the lights out for you. So challenges, definitely challenges, you know, work related challenges to do with finances and stuff like that. Money, you should play the lotto. I would say play the lotto. You got some good spiritual money around you. You got some good ancestor money around you. You really got some really good, you know, when I look at these things, so at 45, if we add 45 years to this, we would be looking at you in your 60s and your 70s with this hand. So now at 28 years old, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of hard. You know, what is the experience that you have to be able to rise to what's happening to you this year? Because you're being held accountable for, right? You can't get away with a lot. And you are, you know, you have, you know, it's like you have Saturn connections now, but you got familiar Saturn connections that, you know, like I would say that would be dealing with Akashic records. It's like whatever you're feeling right now would be pointing at another lifetime. It's like there's like something about you that you're like, okay, I could see this or I could feel this, but it's not pertaining to where you are now, if that makes sense.
All right. Okay. Let's keep this thing going. We got Cheryl. Cheryl is a 4 spades born August 22nd, 1958, and she is 66 years of age.
Wow. So you doing it. You just went into your Uranus period. And like I said, we have 13 periods, and you just went into your Uranus period, leaving out of Saturn for 13 years, and you feeling it. You like, ooh, it's like I could breathe, right? Mm-hmm. It's like 66 years old, you know, 65, 66. This is us really coming into who we are. You know, I just turned. And so when I turned 66 years old, it was, you know, I was just starting to really feel, you know, that next leg of my life. And you're 4 spades, you're the card to living your best life. So you have the ability to, you know, really chart your waters, called our golden years. But you're definitely, I don't know if you're a writer. But if you're a writer, this is your year for writing that book. I definitely see that there's a desire for that. You definitely have a desire to write, right? So right. right. So if you want to write that book, you need to write that book. It's definitely a health year for you. And if you have any underlying things this year, they will, you know, come up. And like I said, it could be a cold, it could be something that you just want to get under control so it doesn't fester into anything else. But other than that, I see you just got, you know, 66 years old. It's about putting yourself out there now. Relationship wise, well, I see next year definitely is going to be a good year for you because it's a 9 of hearts year, and that's your Venus. If you're in a relationship, it's getting really good. If you're not in a relationship, then you can put yourself out there because you got a soulmate card. So there is if you're in a relationship right now, he looking better, right? If you're not in a relationship, you gotta go outside because he or she or whoever it is waiting for you, right, to shake up your life.
Indeed. Okay. All right, let's get to the next one we got. And we're gonna do about 5 more. I don't want to keep diamond on here too long, but we're gonna do about 5 more before we get out of here. I'm gonna leave her number where y'all could text her for a full thorough reading. after we finish these 5. I left it in the middle of the show. I know King Simon is in the chat. I'm not even looking at the chat right now. I'm on the super chat side, but I know King Simon is somewhere in the chat. We got Jeremy. Jeremy is August 31st, 1980. Jeremy's 44 years old, Diamond.
Ooh, 44. So that's a 5 of spades year. So definitely 44, that master number. If you know Blue Pill, you know about 44, right? So August the 31st makes you 8 of hearts. Wow, we got a lot of 8 of hearts in here. So 5 of spades is, for me, definitely looking at making major changes that year. If you want to move, desire to, really change careers and stuff like that. That 5 of spades gives you that desire because it's Venus, Mars, right? But, Venus and Mars, they only get along when they are understanding balance. So this is a year is going to test you. This is a year is going to test your balance. And 44, being 8, so you got 44, 8. And so 4s are ruled by Uranus. So people think of 4s as stability, and Uranus isn't stable. Uranus wants to change the game. So this year is going to be significant for you to be on the cutting edge, because you're going to be drawn to new experiences. And those new experiences are going to help you to, because this at 44, when we look at it in cardology, this is the year that Christ was in the tomb. So we have it's called a born again sequence, and this year is a year where you're in Neptune, and Neptune can be the womb of creation. It's the 12th house, or it can be the pit of hell. You have to decide how you're gonna handle it, but you can't fight this year. You got a 5 of spades year with Neptune, so this is spiritual. So you're gonna learn how to go inside and how to do that self-reflection to become aware of the next leg of your journey. Because when you hit 45, you come out of 45 is born again. So you come out of the tomb, and you go into a whole new cipher. So this year is preparing you for that. And it's Neptune, and Neptune requires faith. I wouldn't start any new things this year. I wouldn't start any new endeavors this year. If you're in a relationship, you need to be more thoughtful, because everything that you're going through is going to affect everybody around you, but it's for you. So you can't look out inside and say, well, so-and-so's getting on my nerves. No, they're not. You're getting on their nerves, right? You're a reflection, Pisces, Neptune. So people are going to see you, and they can see you. You're going to be more introverted, more reserved, more pulled back. So they're not getting on your nerves. They don't understand it if they're not going through what you're going through. So being more spiritually inclined to have an understanding that this journey that you're going through, you can take people along with you, but you have to be able to pull back and understand that this spiritual journey doesn't stop life. If you have a family, your family's still going to be your family. Right. So it could be difficult if you don't understand that it's a spiritual journey. Right.
Got you. All right. Let's keep this thing going, y'all. We got Still I Rise. This individual was born October 17th. That was yesterday. So this individual just had a birthday, 1971. And they are 53 years old. 53. Just turned 53 yesterday.
It's a 5 of clubs, and today you are the challenge for today. So if you got on people's nerves, it was you. Don't say, it's my birthday. No, it's 5 of clubs. 5 of clubs is a Sagittarian energy too. All 5s, they want to be free. They push the envelopes, and the 5 of clubs is a card that's going to push the envelope. They just are. They're going to push the envelope. They're communicators, but they're Venus, Saturn. So think about it. Think about, Neptune, Mercury, Saturn. So Mercury, Saturn is like putting your foot on the gas and then it brakes, right? So 5 of clubs, and they're ruled by Mercury, which 5s are ruled by Mercury. Clubs are ruled by Mercury. So 5 of clubs want to be free, but Saturn is like, it's not time. So your life is about timing. And at 53 years old, you're displacing your moon card, which is the 10 of spades. So that's real interesting. And you got the King of Diamonds in your house. So If you are in business, this is a year you're going to be called into leadership. Five of Clubs is a good leader. Y'all have good leadership skills, but you're going to be called into leadership this year. But you're going to have good boundaries. You know, you have a seven of hearts, and people are going to test you. Five of Clubs get tested anyway because y'all got a lot of mouth, so it is what it is.
Wow.
But this year you could be feeling restless. You know, you might want to move, or you may be dealing with, you know, some situations where, you know, you may be forced to move. You know, might not be something that you want to do because you got Five of Hearts and Five of Hearts and Pluto. So if Pluto is forcing you to move, it's for the betterment. So if you're being forced to move right now, you might as well just lean in, right? Because Pluto is saying it's time to go. It's this place in the, and you want to quit your job. You really want to quit your job, don't you? It's like I'm out, right? I mean, it's like, oh, you want to quit. You want to quit your job. Oh, don't quit your job and become homeless.
Oh man.
Because you definitely, they won't quit their job. Oh my gosh, in the worst way. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's keep this thing going. We got a couple more. We got two more. We got Nicole, March 18th, 1989, and Nicole is 35 years old.
Nicole is
I think she's Five of Diamonds, right?
March 18th. No, she's March 18th. Let me see. Yeah, she's a Five of Diamonds. Yep. She's 35 years old. Now, this year, you the card of the year. You know, you are sitting in the sun. But the difficulty that I find for Five of Diamonds is Saturn is retrograde and Neptune is retrograde. So you may find yourself, you may feel like you just discombobulated because you're used to a lot of structure. You're used to a lot of things that happen around you that give you, more, give you more stability. And there's no stability right now with both of those planets in retrograde. So this is really testing your faith. And I'm pretty sure black men are on your last nerve because that's the card of the black man. So I'm thinking that you may be having, if you're in a relationship right now, you want to take that into consideration. That the things that are happening now are to test you because retrogrades are about you going inside. This is about you. So with both of your planets being in retrograde right now, you just want to find someplace comfortable and wait it out, right? As much as you possibly can. You're sitting in the sun. So for the last 4 years, you were prepared for this moment. You should have got a promotion. There are things that you did, telltale signs is telling that you're doing the work. You should have got a raise at work. If you're working, if you started a business, you should be seeing the fruits of it because you've put in the hard work. If that's not happening for you right now, you really don't want to miss this opportunity. You don't want to miss this opportunity.
All right, Nicole. Okay, Nicole. Let's keep this thing going. Amorina, she's what is that? Queen of she's 30. Yeah, she's 31. January 28th, 1993.
Yep, she's a Queen of Clubs. And you're displacing. It's a powerful year for you. Yeah, definitely a money year for you. Queen of Clubs, you're very fortunate. Very fortunate life path. But this year you're displacing the Jack of Diamonds, so you're going to be called upon. You're going to be called upon. A lot of communication, definitely with partnerships. You got really have some strong indication of some powerful partnerships around you, and going to be tested. And it's tricky when you're dealing with Saturn and Neptune because, like I said, Saturn, is the structures, but Neptune is the faith. So this year is about your faith. If you're in a relationship, it definitely is a lot of deja vu's going. You know, y'all should be really enjoying each other now, the divine masculine. If you're not in a relationship, there's one coming. You know, it's definitely the potential of a relationship. If you want a relationship, there's potential. But if you're in a relationship right now, you definitely are experiencing, you know, a newness, you know, really having a, you know, those fun, you know, those times where y'all are really experiencing the times where y'all really had some good times together. But you know, it's definitely a relationship year for you, business wise, partnerships and stuff like that. But putting yourself out there if you're not in a relationship, because you know, Queen of Clubs, y'all are relationship people. But you're, for me, this year, there's something significant that has happened that or it will be happening for you that is definitely going to put you in a better place relationship wise.
Mm, okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna do two last ones. Then we're gonna get out of here. Like I said several times throughout the show, I was gonna be on here for an hour. I stayed an hour and 20 minutes. Shout out to everybody who left the super chat. Um, I'm gonna leave Diamond's cell phone number so you can text her. King Simon has been leaving it consistently, all her info consistently throughout the chat, in the chat throughout the night. Well, let's get to two more, then we're gonna get out of here, family. And I'm going in order in the super chat. If anybody's wondering, I'm going in order from the first super chat to where I'm at now. We got Journey to Oasis. She's 10 of diamonds and she is 30 years old.
She looked like a 10 of diamonds too. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Do that. It's like if I have this kind of 10 of diamonds is the card of the celebrity. It is, you know, it's Steve Harvey's card to put it in perspective, and it's the most coveted place in the world. People want to get to Jupiter, because Jupiter makes everything big. So you have a big personality, right? And a strong desire to be seen. This year is about allowing. Now, you're definitely in a good place when it comes to our relationships. You got good juju. I don't know if you're in a relationship or not. I don't know if you're planning on having a child, but if you're not planning on having a child, make sure you use protection, because there's a child that's planning on you being its mother. Okay. So definitely you got some real interesting stuff. It's like you have the potential for some real good a really, you know, if you're in a partnership already, if you're in a relationship, the energy is really shifting around you. If you're not in one, you definitely have the potential. You just got to put yourself out there. But like I said, if you're not trying to get pregnant, make sure that you are having you're taking precautions, because you have a baby sitting there waiting for you. You know, if you're pregnant now, and it's a new opportunity also for, like I said, in your relationships, you would feel the newness. Like your relationships will be taking you to a spiritual place. It's like you'll be having conversations and you'll be like, wow, you know, that's the kind of energy you have around you. And next year is going to be significant for you. It's a significant year. A lot of transformations are going to be happening for you. A lot of letting go, you know, having, you know, when you have this kind of energy, it's like you got that kind of energy that goes boom, you know, so you want to be prepared for it, because it's going to set you up for, you know, where you're going in the future. But it's a significant time for you. But if you're not in a relationship, if you want a relationship, all of this stuff is pointing to you having the potential to have a really good relationship. Somebody that got some good money. You know what I mean? Somebody that could take care of you in a lifestyle that you like being taken care of in, right? But make sure if you don't want to have a baby this year, I'm telling you, you're gonna get pregnant if you don't pay attention.
Okay. Let's keep this thing moving. We got J007.
Six
And
of clubs.
yeah, 6 of clubs.
6 of clubs is the messenger. So let's see what message you got at 40.
She's 40 years old.
So at 40 years old, oh, you just facing the Queen of Clubs, which is your personality card. That's a really good year for you. Definitely, definitely gonna be challenged. 40 starts Jupiter. So Jupiter is putting you outside. It's like you came from your Mars period. Now you're going to be called upon to do the work that whatever it is that you were being cultivated for this year, you're going to start feeling what that is. And it's definitely service. You're six. So you six is ruled by Mercury. You got that Virgo energy. So Libra, that's service energy. So you're definitely going to be stepping into some sort of altruistic, giving and giving back and stuff like that. Social work field, hospitals, stuff like that. Wanting to have more fun. Like, I don't know if you're in a relationship, but if you're in a relationship, it's definitely going to take a change, in your communication style and stuff like that. Definitely you will be more idealistic about the person that you're in a relationship with or the person that you meet. Potentially you have some good money cards. Six of Clubs is a very fortunate card. Your connection, the Six of Clubs is a John the Baptist, and your connection is with the Christ card, and that's your Pluto card. So you may be feeling more religious. You may be feeling more closer to your higher power, wanting to experience more things that have to do with community and all of that kind of good stuff. And if you're not, in a relationship, there's definitely the potential for that.
All right. We're going to do one last one, y'all. This is the last one. We got Jamal, I believe the name is, 46 years old. And this individual was born on April 25th, 1978.
April 25th makes you a Nine of Clubs, which is the card of cardology.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you're 46 years old. Let me see. This is yeah. You start out, you just went through your midlife, you just went through the born again sequence. And at 46 years old, you're displacing the Queen of Hearts, which is the card that challenges you. So the divine feminine is taking on a whole different flavor for you. If you're in a relationship, you really are going to have to be mindful of the challenges that you're having are for you and they're karmic. I would look at my Akashic records to see what things that you didn't, when we look at cardology, the challenges that we came back here with. So in your past life, you were challenged by the Queen of Hearts. So in your past life, we would say that it has something to do with the divine feminine that you came back here to correct. And you're sitting in the Nine of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts house in Neptune. So it's a very spiritual time for you. Very spiritual time for you. And studying the cards, this is a year where you definitely will benefit from studying the cards because it's Neptune. But you have the Six of Diamonds in your house. Now, this is where it gets interesting because if resources are coming to you, that means that you put in the work. If you find that you're paying out a lot, then you need to put the brakes. You need to take a real close look at your finances, your credit, and really get them in order. Because if you are losing with all of the prosperity that you have around you, it just means you need to fix some things, right? The challenges that are coming through, it's like you might have baby mama drama. You may have, there's a lot going on around you that is an indication that either you're paying these debts or you are avoiding those debts. So if you are not paying those debts and your credit, all of these things, you want to fix it. This is a year where you want to get in alignment with that. Because at 45, this is a midlife. So going forward into your Saturn period, you don't want to take these debts with you. So you want to clear them up if you have any.
All right. Woo! All right. I seen the testimonies in the chat. J007 said, thank you, on point, along with many others. Shout out to everybody who sent the super chat to get the reading. Like I said, I knew I wasn't going to be able to get to all of y'all, but I went down the list in order. I'm going to leave a number for everybody to that. And King Simon has been leaving info the whole show, but just in case y'all didn't see it. Diamond, what's that cell number again that they could text?
470-775-6434. And I want to say that the information that I've been reading to you guys, it's in my cardology workbook. It's on my website and it's on sale. So if you want to be able to do what I'm doing, I have written 4 cardology workbooks, and they're all on my website. That one and tools for everyday. They give you that opportunity to really learn. And I do have a free study group that I do, and I'm on Clubhouse every day. I'm on Clubhouse. I do a podcast every day from 9 to until. So the information we share, my community is on here, and they're so dope. I'm telling you, I have the dopest community that, so if you want to learn how to read it, just hang out. If you want to learn how to do what I do, it's not hard. It's not.
Indeed. Well, I definitely appreciate you, Diamond, for coming on the show tonight. I know everybody enjoyed it. I enjoyed my reading yesterday. And make sure, y'all, I'm putting her info on the screen. She got a Cash App. She got an email, a website, an IG, a text, a number you could text. Shout out King Simon once again. Any last thoughts before we get out of here, Diamond? Any last things you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
Yeah. This information is a tool that will help you. If there are certain things that we come here with that is innate to us, but if we don't know how to activate it, it's useless. Exactly. So these things will help you. They're the blueprint to help you to live your best life. Now, I'm telling you from someone who's lived it. Of course, you'll know Aquarius Maximus, who lives it. We've learned to use this information to help, definitely, help the community. But if you don't use it, you're going to lose it, right? We all have the potential. We're alchemists, period. Nobody can take that from us. We are the most fortunate people on this planet, and everybody knows it but us. We get a chance. Everything we touch turns to gold. Period. Everything we touch, because we're alchemists. So these sciences help us to look at our chart. It helps us to look at the blueprint. And I want you to think about something. Where you are now, I want you to look around you. Because if you were to die in this moment, you're going to come back that same person. Fix it. If you want, when we leave here, our body has lots of memory. And we come back, and that's why they keep us they keep us deprived, and they keep us in areas that are depressed and stuff like that, because they know when you come back into your next body, you come back exactly where you left off at. You got to fix it. We are very rich, fortunate people, but we got to change it up here. So when we leave out of here, we shed that body that's no longer useful. Now we're stepping into a new cipher. It's not. You look at somebody like Jay-Z that came from the projects, but look at where he is now. He had memory. He had memory from his past life that he was very successful, and he worked back to it. So we all have memory. These cards can help you to get back to the memory of the successes that you innately have inside of you. Well
said. Beautifully said. With that being said, thank you once again, Diamond. Thank you, family in the chat. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a show tomorrow, y'all, but I'll let y'all know if I will. With that being said, everybody have a good night. We signing out. Peace, everyone. Peace, Diamond.
Peace.
This is a gathering. 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 This is a gathering of the masses. This is a gathering. This is a gathering.